Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. After a short break, I am back again with a new content for you. Today we are going to start a new journey on Raspberry Pi. So we are going to launch a new tutorial series on Raspberry Pi where we will be working with multiple projects on the Raspberry Pi and we will see how to enjoy and fun learning with Raspberry Pi. So this tutorial series will comprise of multiple videos and these videos will be going to upload mostly every weekend. And this tutorial series will be combination of theoretical and practical. So you will be going to get in-depth knowledge on the Raspberry Pi. This tutorial series will be from scratch. We will be taking this as a beginner level until the advanced level. We will try to make futuristic projects. We will try to integrate various controllers, motors, sensors, LEDs and many more with the Raspberry Pi. So I am having my Raspberry Pi 4 with me. So this is the latest Raspberry Pi 4 which I am having. We will see in-depth details about this Raspberry Pi. So this is the introduction video. In this video, we will see the specification of this Raspberry Pi, its feature, and how we will going to use this Raspberry Pi in our future projects. So this is the Raspberry Pi which I am having. So it is having various components in it that I will be explaining. So firstly, these are the GPIO pin, that is the general purpose input output pin. They are basically used to connect various motors, various sensors and LEDs. This you can see as a RAM. Currently I am having 4 GB RAM of Raspberry Pi. Nowadays you can get 2 GB, 4 GB, 8 GB as well. So currently this is a 4 GB RAM. This is a CPU which is from the Broadcom company. This is the USB port for the charging, USB-C power which accept 5 volt 3 ampere. This is the micro HDMI. So there is 2 micro HDMI port. With the help of this you can connect 2 monitors at a time. So these are the micro HDMI port. This port is 2-lane MIPI CSI port, which is basically for connecting the camera. This is for the audio jack, means if you would like to connect any speaker, you can connect with it. This is for the display port. So if you want to connect any touch screen display or normal display, you can connect with this port. This is a LAN port. As you can see, this is for connecting the Ethernet cable. This blue color port are USB 3.0 port, which is for higher speed data transmission. And this is the normal USB port which you can connect to other peripherals like the keyboard, mouse, USB camera and so on. So this is the front side of the Raspberry Pi which is having all these major components. At the back if we go, we can see here's the SD card is present that I have put it in. You can use how much GB of RAM SD card you would like to put. It depends on your requirement. Currently I have put it 32 GB SD card and it's a class 10 SD card. So rest are the SMD component shouldered in it. So this is the Raspberry Pi 4. We are going to use this Raspberry Pi to see what projects we can make this and what other things we can integrate with this Raspberry Pi. So this Raspberry Pi is having inbuilt Wi-Fi and Bluetooth for communication. So this is the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Here it supports 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 5.0. So this complete Raspberry Pi is a mini PC, you can say. Whatever functionality a small PC can provide, that can be done with help of this Raspberry Pi. This Raspberry Pi is mainly used in electronics projects and making the robotics projects. So we will see functionality of each and every pin, and we will try to connect various components with this Raspberry Pi. Let's see our first projects which we are going to discuss. As this is the introduction video, so let's discuss about this GPIO pins first. We will see functionality of each and every pin and their operation. Why we are using these GPIOs pin, what functionality they provide, and how many GPIOs are there, and what components can be connected with this GPIO. So this is the Raspberry Pi 4 which I have opened side by side, and these are the pins details of the Raspberry Pi. So as you can see, there are total 40 number of pins. If you count one by one, you will get it 40. Each pin is having its different functionality than other. So let's see how these pins are being used and what is their function. So the pin number 1 you can see is 3.3 volt, as Raspberry Pi provides 3.3 volt power supply. Second pin is 5 volt, means Raspberry Pi is capable of giving 5 volt. Pin number 3, 4 you can see 4 is 5 volt power, 3 and 5 is HDA and SCL. So these pins are used for I2C communication. You can see ground pin at pin number 7. You can see pin number 8 and 10 as TXD and RXD. TXD refers to transmission data, RXD refers to receive data. So these transmit and receive pin are used for serial communication. Some ground pins are also there, like pin number 9, 14, 20. All these are the ground pins. You can see pin number 19, 21, 23 are written as MOSI, MISO and serial clock. These pins are used for SPI communication, which is serial programming interface communication. And rest are the GPIO pin, which are general purpose input output pin. So by the time we will make the project, we will use these pins, we will use some communication protocol, we will get to know how this pin works, what functionality these pins provide. So all these details in a depth we are going to see in this complete video series. So here you can also see the pins such as PCM D in and PCM D out, like pin number 38 and 40. This is for pulse coded modulation data input, pulse coded modulation data output. And there are few pins like PWM0, PWM1, which is 32 pin, 33 pin. So these are the pulse width modulation pin. Means your signal will be going to send in a pulse way. So this was the basic introduction of Raspberry Pi 4. This was just an overview of Raspberry Pi 4. From the next video, we will be seeing our first project, and we will be seeing how this Raspberry Pi is going to integrate with those components which is going to make successful our first project. So please keep following this tutorial series. If you like this video and want to learn more about Raspberry Pi 4, please keep following this tutorial series. So please like it, subscribe it and press the bell icon. So whenever next video is updated, you can get the notification. Thanks for watching this video.